How's it going, guys? Today I wanted to film a little bit of my personal experience and review and why I decided to pick up the Canon 6D Mark II. But one, we've got a lawnmower in the background, so that's kind of annoying. And two, there's this little bird that I was filming yesterday. He's just chilling. I don't really want to disturb him in my backyard here. Okay, well, let's get this started then. So, like I said, we are going to talk about the Canon 6D Mark II. Now, this is your first time visiting my channel. I'm really happy that you've decided to follow along and watch this far. My name's Chris. I'm living in Calgary, Alberta. In my opinion, it's one of the coolest places in Canada to live. We're about 45 minutes away from the mountains. Just an absolutely beautiful town. So, enough intro. If you like this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, bells, notifications. That way you'll get informed if I do post a new video. I'm trying to do something like one a week. So I'm just working on building up some of those videos, and hopefully you'll start seeing them more in your newsfeed. So, give you some background. About a year ago, I got the Canon Rebel. It's the T6i. It's an amazing camera. It's what we're filming on right now. Got it hooked up with the 10 to 18 mil EFS lens. We've also got a Rode VideoMic Go on the top, helping out with the audio, and it's sitting on a Joby GorillaPod 5K. So that's that guy. Now, why would I go from that camera, which does a really good job, all the way up to this camera? Here are some of the reasons why I decided to switch, or at least add this camera. So first off, the Canon T6i only will shoot 1080p up to 30 frames per second. 24 frames per second is what I use. So I wanted that 60 frames per second. When you use 60 frames, it goes down to 720p, which looks okay on phones, but it just doesn't stand up to video on TVs or anything like that, or monitors. So that's where this guy comes in. It's full frame, so you're going to see a lot more light getting into the sensor. That's also going to allow you to bring your ISO down when you're shooting inside. I do a lot of commercial real estate photography, and I really need that crisp picture in low light situations. I can't always bring my tripods and lights and everything else that gets in the way. So being able to shoot 1080p, 60 frames a second at 100 ISO and still be able to bring that light in is amazing. So we've got the ND filter on today, speaking of light, because it's overcast, but it's still bright enough to need that. And I want to demo some of that 1080p 60 frames. But I'm going to use the glide cam as well, so maybe I'll show some just with my hands holding it, and then I'll show the difference with the glide cam. I'm not going to get too crazy into the specs of this camera. There's 9 million places where you can look at that. At $2,000, it's very comparable to the EOS RP, which is, as far as I've seen, a great camera, but you know, this is the second rendition of the 6D Mark II. It falls in line with a lot of similarities with the 5D. It's a tank of a camera. I've got the battery grip on it, so it makes it a little bit heavier, but even without that, it's just a beast. Everything that you would expect out of a pro camera, full frame. It's got the LCD light up display, but it does have our favorite flip out screen, and that's key. You need that. So without further ado, I'm gonna go play with this 6D Mark II, get some footage of our setup. I just mowed the lawn back here and it's looking beautiful, so yeah, we'll take some pictures. Hey guys, so that's it for today. Pretty much gonna go in. It's starting to get kind of crappy out. I think it might rain or something. So if you like that video, I talked a little bit about the 6D Mark II. Like I said, I didn't go into too many crazy details. It's a real hell of a camera. If you're looking to get into the full frame, I definitely recommend Canon first of all, and second of all, the 6D Mark II. I know it doesn't have a lot of the same features on paper that the Sony cameras and even like the GH5 or something like that, but remember, Canon glass is amazing, Canon colors are amazing, and the build quality, the customer service you're gonna get, it's all top notch. So you want to keep that in mind when you're buying a camera, especially at these kind of price points. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Make sure that you're following, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the future. Have a great day. Peace.